Hello, hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, and this is part 3 of my first look at Great War Western Front. We are moving along through the tutorial, I guess you could call it. I debated with myself whether or not to show this. I know tutorials are not exactly the most exciting thing to watch, but one of the things that impressed me about this demo is that they did include the tutorial plus historical battles. A lot of demos just have very small snippets of the game to play, and I'm pretty impressed that they did include the demo plus a historical battle with this one. And the demo will give you guys some idea of what the game is all about. So we're going to move on to part 5, Hard Choices and Research. Unfortunately, the game did lock up on me at the end of the last episode with the defensive battle, so I didn't get to complete that, but going forward, I can hope for the best here. Men will require the time to repair any damage to the region they control. Depending on the damage, the labor can be extensive, so it may take more than 1 month to bring a region back to full strength. And you can see the stars are the strength of the region, I guess you could say. If you win a battle, it removes one of the stars from the area that you attacked. You can see that's darked out right there. At the start of each turn, any damaged territories that were not involved in any sort of defensive action will recover a star. This means that once you take a star from an enemy territory, you will need to attack that region at least once each turn to prevent stars from regenerating. Seems our men have recovered from their fatigue, but the enemy is still exhausted. We can use this to our advantage. Battle fatigue regenerates at the beginning of your turn for your regions. Enemy battle fatigue regenerates at the beginning of their turn. This means that you can attack a fatigued enemy with fresh troops with the right planning. Of course, this also means that the enemy can do the same to you. Where does it show battle fatigue? Maybe the line. Line's shorter than the other one. As officers, we are faced with many difficult decisions. There are many things to weigh when making choices, but I find that choosing what best supports our plan for the war effort to be the correct method. No one here will judge you based on your choices. We leave that to history. Hard choice events ask you to choose between 2 actions based on events from history. In most cases, both choices will have both a positive and negative result. It's up to you to decide which negative result you can live with. Our scientists and engineers work around the clock to turn new discoveries into technology that we can bring to the battlefield. Some of these inventions could also potentially be used in the civilian markets. We will announce our discoveries to the press or keep it secret. I guess this is the choice here. And these are what you get for each choice. You get +2 to research and +15 to national will. +2 to research and +800 gold reserves if you keep it secret. Our national will is right now above Germans. We get the same amount of research. Supplies being key to success, it seems, in this game. I'm going to go with the +800 to the gold reserve. That should give more to work with later on. The decision to keep our discoveries classified is assured that we will have the upper hand against our enemies, and it removes the need to overspend on counterintelligence. You can always release the data after the war. Research and development is a vital part of war. Find new combat strategy or develop a new weapon, we can gain an edge in battle and win this war. Command has asked us to weigh in on the direction of our research. Research points are used to unlock new units, structures, abilities. Click the research tree button. We have 3 research points. This is a pretty extensive research tree here. Engineers and scientists have broken down the research into a display of potential avenues we can pursue. We can't possibly research everything, so it's vital that we concentrate on research that will fit our planned strategies for victory. Use the mouse to zoom in and or out. So you have infantry, which leads down the path of improved helmets, improved sights, first aid tent, blast power, blast yield, all the way out to hardened hearts, officers club, flame warfare, gas masks. We've got flight, goes from fighter planes, just the basic stuff, all the way up through to improvements for everything in the flight field. Trenches, same deal. And then there's some things that require, from the looks of it, you to actually go down one route as well as the other route. So if you go down engineering, it will unlock all of these, but in order to engineer tank warfare, you also have to research down the lines of trenches, as well as this, which is logistics. This is a pretty extensive tree. But it's a basic tech tree, I guess you could say. Our research has been broken down into 6 focus branches of study. Each branch has a total of 40 points worth of we were too low a rank to be asked our opinions about what the scientists and engineers were doing, but that didn't mean we weren't interested. Some of the boys wanted better tanks, some of them wanted better planes, better helmets. Each node has its research point cost in the upper right-hand corner of the icon. It is right there. Some nodes may have more than one prerequisite node that must be unlocked before you can purchase it, which is what I was talking about down here, where you have to research down this route to go past tank warfare here into the more advanced armored options. For our upcoming battle, we need a way to punch a hole in enemy lines. I believe undermining would be the best choice for our research. Okay, so it says spend 3 research on death from below in trench range. That's the mines that they used. And French engineers told me about undermining. They dig a tunnel as quick as possible from our lines to a position under the enemy trenches. They have to be careful since the enemy can hear them digging. Once finished, the tunnel is packed with explosives and then detonated. Makes for a really big hole and a lot less German trenches. Clicking on a node will instantly spend the points. If you made a mistake, you can click reset button. That's right there. Click apply to confirm the choices and return to the strategic mode. And now we're on to offensive battles. Seems the enemy has not been idle while we bolstered our forces. Our spies are reporting recent enemy activity in the target area, which is this once again. Our agents have reported new infantry corps as well as aircraft wings around the area. This will make our original attack more difficult. However, we have some extra troops positioned at Cezanne. Multiple direction attack. This is something I was wondering, if you could attack from more than one hex at a time here. When trying to capture enemy regions, try to attack the region from multiple fronts, which it looks like you can. This can result in multiple star reduction and adds multiple levels of battle fatigue to the target region. Remember that each of your regions will also suffer a level of battle fatigue that the enemy can exploit, so attacking from the south should divide their forces and tire out their men. Doing so weakens them to further attacks from a different direction. To attack an enemy target, select the region you wish to attack from, then right-click the target enemy region. Arrow will appear to show you the planned attack. So if we want to attack from here and here, right-click on... Okay. Go. I thought that experience would numb me to the fear before an attack, but it never did. There's no way to get used to climbing out of trenches, running into a hail of gunfire. The attack screen allows you to see what units will take part in the battle. An active espionage ability will increase the available information. You can choose between fighting out the battle directly or auto-resolve if the results are in question, which it says the results for this are going to be a stalemate. And the only option is click the auto-resolve, so let's see what happens. Goal is not always to completely take control of the region. Sometimes it's better to complete smaller goals with an eye towards the bigger picture. Whittle them down, I guess. -11 to our national morale, -4 to theirs. We have a replenishment cost of 160, and theirs is 260. -260. Global supply spent, actually. Completely misread that. Okay. Felt like we had been fighting for days, but when the smoke cleared, I realized it had only been a few hours. Everyone was exhausted. I think many of us had begun to understand just how much of a toll this war must have taken on the people who had been fighting it for years before we arrived. After the battle, both regions display battle fatigue as smoke and flames. Battle fatigue is cleared at the start of your next turn. It means that the current attacker will have to weather attacks on his fatigued regions during the defender's turn. Both sides seem to have this down to a science. They would cycle out attacks on the enemy line from different directions. Would be a sound plan if both sides weren't doing it to each other. Sometimes one side would get lucky, but more often than not it lead to everyone being exhausted with neither side gaining an inch. Each time a region takes part in a battle, it gains a level of battle fatigue, which reduces the max morale for all infantry in the region. By attacking the same region from multiple directions, you can stack multiple levels of fatigue, making it easier to gain a victory. The enemy can use this tactic against you as well. So this is region morale. Okay. The larger the force in the region, the more supply that is required to field them at full strength. Larger forces can drain our global supply bank at a very quick rate, especially when we pursue multiple battles. Supply must be manufactured back home, and this takes gold reserve. Here. Click to open the purchase menu. Those last battles drained our supply. Let's requisition or resupply. Click the button one time to purchase 100 supply for 500 gold. French worked quickly to make the ammunition, uniforms, food, and other supplies we needed. Tanks and aircraft were shipped across the channel from the British Army. Our own hometown shipped out goods for us to use. Though it took some time to arrive, in a way, our civilian countrymen were fighting with us. Purchase to close the window. We have built up our forces. We have redeployed the pressure, or reduced the pressure where we could. We have replenished our supplies. We are ready. Okay, so we're going to be attacking from here again. Enemy supplies and morale are running low from the last assault. While the defending enemy troops are the same, the direction from which you attack a region determines the map that is used, including the persistent trenches unique to that front. This is especially useful when attacking regions that have fortified positions like Verdun. How we attack. I received word from my friend and Charlie that he was going to be part of an upcoming assault. He was nervous but confident. He always was the first to rush into anything back home. Attacking the enemy region while it is battle fatigued will give you a morale advantage versus their infantry. Remember that the Army Intel espionage mission will allow you to see exactly what you face in battle. 9 Corps, they have a negative 15 on their battle fatigue. Engage in battle. Chatillon sur Marne is known as the birthplace of Pope Urban II. A statue of the Pope was built there in 1879. Like we have 2,280 supplies. These are our forces. And we're going to be going up against 9 German corps. Welcome to the trenches. Our boys are putting the finishing touches on our defenses, so now it's time to get your bearings. All tactical battles begin in pre-battle. Allows you to set up your trenches. Okay. Seems to be the same thing. Orders have come in from command. While they want the entire region secured, they recommend we capture control point Y first, right in the middle and out front. Here's their command center back here with X being another control point. We have roughly the same thing on ours. While a great victory is needed to reduce a region's stars, sometimes achieving a small victory is better in the long run. Even a minor victory will whittle down the enemy national will, which is a step towards winning the campaign. Our engineers recently came up with a plan for undermining, and to put that to use in this battle. Some pre-battle support elements are placed or targeted in pre-battle, but are triggered once the battle starts. Siege, bombardment, and undermining are the primary example of this. Port structures, which is this. Our sappers will tunnel under no man's land and under the enemy trenches themselves. We have to keep the enemy distracted. If the battlefield is too quiet, the enemy can hear our men digging under. Okay. Sappers began digging while our boys in the trenches took turns taking pot shots at the enemy. Undermining is purchased and targeted in pre-battle. You can target anywhere in the enemy side of the camp. You cannot target explosives near the control points or command trenches. It costs 500. Wow. Left click to place the undermining explosive. Very limited on where we're going to be able to place this. Oh, some houses. We'll put it here. Possibly clear out some of these houses and make an avenue of attack. The engineers have completed the tunnel and packed it with explosives. We will leave it to your discretion as detonate. The undermined explosives remain dormant until the battle begins. At that time, you can detonate them whenever you want using the button siege artillery right here. Pre-battle bombardment. Time to put all our heavy siege artillery to use. This will soften up their lines. If we get lucky, take out some of their trench line. Pre-battle bombardment fires siege artillery rounds at the entire enemy line off map. Click the plus button to A. The troop deployment tab. Before we were defending against an enemy attack, now our goal is clear. Capture enemy held territory. We will need to go over the top for this one. Remember that infantry companies must be placed into trenches in pre-battle. All tanks can be placed anywhere. Territory, click Support Structures tab. Building balloons to scout the enemy and artillery batteries to approach. Clear out opposition will make your approach to the enemy lines easier. We have to build balloons. We've learned much from our past battles. It's up to you to decide what we will need for. How you approach this battle is up to you. Select what you want from different tabs and left-click place. Remember to watch your command cap and supply the victory. Place some troop support structures and click the back button to advance. Okay. We're gonna bomb here. Got a road leading straight up the middle. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to I'll place one balloons. I already have one. We've got 1,120 supplies. I think this is the command cap here. A lot of machine. Got 2 balloons. Huge front. So considering I decided to put the trenches over here, or the undermine over here, I'm going to load up on the side. If I can.
Au rapport! Au rapport! Au rapport!
French infantry pretty cheap. I'm gonna go with
Au rapport!
2 raiders.
Renfort au rapport! Au rapport!
With flamethrowers.
Renfort au rapport!
American infantry is a little more expensive.
Reporting for duty. Reinforcements reporting.
Cheaper French unit here. We've got 19 of 30.
Préparez-vous à l'action. Chars de renfort prêt.
The
Chars de renfort au rapport.
2 light tanks here. If we have any, we do. Trying to get some coverage of X here. Seem like give us coverage on Y. This is heavy field artillery and light field artillery. I go with 1 heavy, 1 light, kind of centered on Y. We have our here. Already put the explosives. That's 500. We've got 6 more spaces available. But
Au rapport. Renfort au rapport.
or we can add.
Renfort prêt. Renfort au rapport.
Then we'll go with
reporting for duty.
so that's the command cap we've reached. Did the best we could planning. Once you have finished building defenses and placing companies, click begin battle. Now, I've kind of left center open, but in the battle here, prosperity can come through peace alone. All von Hin. Each bombardment must have had some effect. Let's raise the balloons and see. Hey, you didn't see the siege bombardment. That leveled all the houses that I was trying to level. There we go. Germans have dug in really well around that control point. I see blockhouses, trenches, barbed wire, and we can be sure they are well manned. Not going to be an easy task. Trenches offer distinct defensive advantage. I could definitely believe that attacking is a lot harder than defending, so approaching that position without a plan would be suicide. We'll need to soften them up before we try to take the ground, which we will do through artillery. Right, siege artillery. Options to weaken the enemy defenses, but let's try our heavy option first. Direct siege artillery shots. Undermining. Did. Targeted siege artillery strikes are available as long as you have siege artillery in the region. They work similar to artillery barrages in that click on the button and then place down a targeting decal. Unlike normal artillery strikes, the shot delay is much longer and easily avoided. So they should be stationary targets such as placements, trenches. Click the button to detonate your explosive. Wow, there we go. Too bad all this stuff was over top of it and we couldn't really see. That explosion was both amazing and terrifying. Alright, undermining explosives destroy nearly everything in the area. Observe the explosion. That was indeed impressive, but it made a dent in the defenses. The area is still well secured. Air support tab. Bomb and run mission. Call in bombers. Call them in. Right here.
Chargez les munitions pour un bombardement.
Alright, they are bombing. So we caused some damage to the gun emplacement. I wonder if he comes in again. Like they're dropping. Yep, there we go. I bombed artillery instead of the gun emplacement. That'll make our approach easier, I guess. Alright, send troops over the top and secure control point Y. Right. We can start our attack with bombardment. Now, I'd planned on coming in from this direction, so our tanks,
de nouveaux ordres. En route. Restez en position. En avant.
our tanks up a little bit. These barrages can destroy all.
Ready, siege barrage.
All in a siege barrage. I'll call it in right there. Heavy field artillery and light field artillery.
Préparez-vous, soldats.
Okay, we can do a rolling barrage. I'm gonna wait until I
Rechargez pour le tir de barrage. On a
get up
nos
a little
cibles.
closer. We're hit him with their artillery. Let's send our boys over the top here.
On a de nouveaux ordres.
Up
En marche.
here.
De nouveaux ordres arrivent. On avance.
Here.
We have new orders.
Our Americans up
Move
here.
out.
Attendez les ordres. Position confirmée.
On a de nouveaux ordres.
Get these guys. Not gonna send them right into barbed wire.
En marche.
Area.
On a de nouveaux ordres.
You
En marche.
over here. Like
Préparez-vous à recevoir les ordres de tir. Préparez un barrage total.
machine gun nest right here.
Feu.
Préparez-vous. Lancez des grenades.
These guys hit the artillery.
Stand by for orders. We need to hold this position. Ready yourselves. The brass wants this piece of
Attention.
ground.
Right, we wiped out that artillery. Guys,
Préparez-vous à recevoir les ordres.
Attention.
okay, they're having problems getting through.
De nouveaux ordres arrivent. Prenez la tranchée.
Them in the trenches for
Attendez les
now.
ordres. Préparez la ligne.
We have new orders. We hold here. We have new orders. We hold this ground.
Got a balloon over.
Attendez les ordres.
Have him attack the balloon.
On a de nouveaux ordres. En marche.
Préparez-vous. Continuez d'avancer.
De nouveaux ordres arrivent.
On doit tenir cette
position. Attendez les ordres. On doit tenir cette
Here.
position.
Right. The forces over here. I'm gonna do a rolling barrage. Gonna try and take these here if I...
Chargez l'artillerie. Établissez les positions. Préparez-vous pour le barrage roulant. Coordonnées du barrage roulant établies.
Here. Cross.
Pilonnez cette position.
The rolling barrage.
Attendez les ordres. Feu à volonté.
Here.
Équipe prête. Préparez-vous pour le barrage. Commencez le barrage.
Strike.
Attendez
Miss.
les ordres. Tenez-vous prêts. Sur la ligne.
Préparez-vous. Prenez la tranchée.
Get you in the
Tenez-vous
trenches.
Le commandement veut cette position.
Attention.
Guys up here.
On doit tenir cette position.
Aid. Other.
Préparez-vous, soldats. Rechargez pour le barrage roulant.
Other roll barrage right here.
Tirez avec toute l'artillerie.
Guys in.
Attendez les ordres.
Maintenez-vous prêts. On avance.
Okay, they are firing on our troops back here.
Préparez-vous à recevoir les ordres. Déployez-les. Les nouveaux ordres arrivent. En vitesse.
Coming down
Attendez
on
les ordres.
us.
Chargez.
Let's get these guys moved.
Attention.
Here.
Attention. En avance.
Here.
Préparez-vous à recevoir les ordres. Rechargez pour un barrage
This
de
machine
zone. On a
gun
nos
nest
cibles.
right here. Like our
Tenez-vous
guys over
prêts.
here that I wasn't paying attention to got slaughtered. Not good. Germans request to surrender. Okay. We're receiving reports that the Germans want to surrender in the entire battlefield. Should we accept this? The enemy is offering to surrender. We should order our troops to the ground. Blood has been spilled today in the battlefield. During the battle, the defenders can offer a surrender when they feel the battle is lost. Accepting the surrender will give the attacker ownership over all control points, resulting in a great victory. Star law. Always accept fair surrender. Player can die. We're not going to do that. Have an option. In the end, we chose to accept the enemy surrender after taking a solid position. Word or death. Fire command for this. See what the result is. We achieved some success, but we have lost the daylight. Sweep. We have pushed back the enemy and taken ground. The people back home see this as a success, which hopefully will press upon them the need to see the work victory. Our victory here will result in pushing the Germans back in line. Alright, so we got a great victory. I think we lost some on our national morale. Plus 10, minus 20 here. Central Powers casualties is 393 conscript infantry, 420 basic infantry, and 7 light. We lost 1,263 basic infantry, 55 raiders. All those dead, or most of those, were probably on the left side of our lines where I wasn't paying attention. We got a life medal because I preserved the life of the men under my command, which I totally didn't. Efficiency. Right, to the world map. Infantry companies can use their grenades while moving, even through trench lines. Great victory. It's 10 to us. The region is secure as our men have managed to push the German line back by a significant amount despite the cost. This battle has diminished the stars for the region at 0. As with other battles, the star change, national will change, and punishment cost. Okay. On to chapter 7. Cost of battle. We were ordered to Châtillon-sur-Marne to help secure the region. I managed to find Charlie. He's going home, though one of his legs wasn't. Right. When you take control of a new region, part of your force from that attacking region are automatically moved in. A new one to keep it defended, and star levels return to 1. All enemy forces retreat to a nearby friendly region except for siege artillery. Any siege artillery caught in captured regions are destroyed and must be replaced from the purchase menu. Okay. Germans left in such a hurry that some of their buildings were still intact. They had an intact supply depot and a field hospital that had just been abandoned. If there are existing structures in a captured region, these structures are taken over by the new owner, so you can research the ability to destroy them before the enemy can take them over. All newly captured regions regain 1 star immediately, and they will gain stars over time. This is all the information about the battle. For packages, control. Not giving me information here. Well done. You men are green when you arrived on these shores, and though your perseverance and bravery, you've managed to push the enemy back with only a small amount of training. You need every ounce of that bravery to put Germans out of France and back to their own borders. If you still have questions about a topic or need a refresher, you can view the encyclopedia by clicking the button in the upper left-hand corner. That. Okay, so this goes through like just about everything. Wow, a lot of info here. Those supply depot. I wonder if you build your supply depot, upgrade it. Gives a whole lot of info here. Okay. We're on to chapter 8, continuing the war. I think this is where you get a couple of turns to play through and see what you can do. I'm going to save that one for the next episode. Not really sure how many turns you actually get, but we are going to continue that in the next episode. Let me know what your thoughts are about the game in the comment section below. Like I said before, it's definitely going to be coming to the channel, so if you want to see that, not miss out on any of the campaign that's going to be coming up, hit the subscribe. If you like the episode, hit the like button, and we'll pick this up in the next episode. Link to the game's Steam page will be in the description down below, so if it looks like this is something you'd like, go ahead and add that to your wish list. Enter your credit card information, and buy it. So far, I'm pretty impressed, so we'll see how things play out. J76NY saying thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a very good day.